friends, welcome back once again on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I am Gaurav Gupta, and today we are going to continue with the series of sessions that we have started for all the students who are preparing for CAT and other management entrance examinations. This series of sessions is based on the basics of quant. And like a few weeks ago, we have started with this series looking at the basics of arithmetic. And this is session number 3 for the basics of arithmetic. Now, in this session of arithmetic, we'll be solving some of the basic questions. We'll be looking at some of the basic concepts which are related to time and work. Now, in my previous two sessions, we have covered percentages and its applications in simple interest, compound interest, and profit and loss. And in the second session, I've covered ratios and its applications in averages, mixtures, and allegations. Now, this is the session number 3 in which we will be looking at some of the questions of time and work. All right. So I hope all of you have attended the previous sessions that I have taken. And today also you will be enjoying this particular session in which we'll be covering the basic questions of time and work. Now, these sessions will be helpful for all those students who are preparing for CAT and other management entrance examinations, especially for those students who have already started with their preparation and they have covered these topics and they are sitting in this session so that they can have a proper revision of the type of questions that they have covered in their lectures while they are preparing for these sessions. So friends, welcome back once again. Can you all please quickly confirm if I am clearly audible and visible to all of you? I believe that I am clearly audible and visible. So friends, good afternoon to all of you. Can you all please respond? The students who are already there attending the session in the live format. Okay, so without any delay, let us quickly begin and start solving these questions. Now, friends, at the beginning, I will be taking on some of the very basic questions as a warm up. Okay, and I want each and every one of you, those who are present in the session, those who are watching this session in the live format, I want each and every one of you to be solving these questions there and then and immediately respond with your answers in the chat box. Aman Mishra, good afternoon. So I am expecting all of you to be solving these questions and responding with your answers in the chat box on the YouTube. So the very first question on your screen in a few moments, please be ready with your rough sheets, a pen, and start solving these questions. So the first question on your screen now. Now the question says that Harsh can complete a piece of work in 20 days while working alone, and Karan can complete the same work in 30 days, again while working alone. In how many days can they complete the work if both start working together? A very basic question at the beginning of time and work. So quickly solve this question and post your answer in the chat box. I'll start with the discussion after 30 seconds. So you should not be taking more than 30 seconds to solve this question. This very simple and straightforward question of time and work. All right, Shweta is the first one with the answer. Good, Shweta. Keep it up. So at the beginning, I'll be taking 2 or 3 easy questions and then slowly and gradually I'll be increasing the level of difficulty. Now, how we can do this question is, I can assume the total work as 60. Okay, now if total work is 60, Harsh can complete the piece of work in 20 days. So 1 day work of Harsh will be 3 units. So if 60 is the total work, then in 1 day, Harsh can finish 3 units of work. And Karan, who can finish the 60 units of work in 30 days, will be doing 2 units of work in 1 day. So 1 day work of Harsh is 3 and 1 day work of Karan is 2. Now if Harsh and Karan are working together, so net 1 day work will be equal to 1 day work of Harsh plus 1 day work of Karan, and that is equal to 5 units. So together Harsh and Karan can finish 5 units of work in one day. Now they will have to finish a total of 60 units of work. So number of days required will be 60 divided by 5, and that is equal to 12. So the answer for this question should be equal to 12 days, and this is correctly given by Shweta, Ashmita, and Aman. So three students have given a correct answer. Good, keep it up. Answer is option D. All of you are correct. And let's move on quickly to the next question. Question number two. Now, question number two is similar. Okay, is similar. I'm not saying it is same, but it is similar as the question that we have just finished. So Anant can complete a work in 15 days while working alone. Anant and Bhima together can complete the same work in 10 days. So you'll have to find out the time taken by Bhima to complete the work while working alone. Now we can solve this question exactly in the same way as we have solved the previous question. Exactly in the same way. Okay. So let's say who will be the first person to give me an answer for this one. I need a correct answer. Simple question hai ye bhi. All right, Shweta, first one. All right. A few more seconds and then I'll start solving this one. Now the trick behind this question, this type of questions is you can see two numbers in the question. Anant alone can finish the work in 15 days and Anant and Bhima together can finish the work in 10 days. Okay. So like in the previous question, I started by assuming the total quantity of work, right? So total quantity of work was assumed as 60. Now, what is the logic behind assuming this total quantity of work? I can see two numbers, Anant alone in 15 days and Anant and Bhima together in 10 days. So I'll assume the total work, which is the LCM of 15 and 10. Now, LCM of 15 and 10 is 30. So I'll assume the total work as 30 units. Okay. So this is the total work. Now, Anant can finish this 30 units of work in 15 days. So Anant's one day work will be equal to 2. So 30 units of work in 15 days. So Anant ka one day work kitna ho jayega? It will be 2 units. Now Anant and Bhima together takes 10 days to finish the work. So 10 days to finish 30 units of work. So if Anant and Bhima will work together, in one day they can finish 30 divided by 10, that is 3 units. Anant alone can finish 2 units. Anant and Bhima together can finish 3 units. So using these two equations, I can say that Bhima in one day can finish 1 unit of work. Okay, so Bhima one day में 1 unit of work करता है, total work कितना है 30 units. So the number of days taken by Bhima will be equal to 30 days. Simple as that. So using this type of concepts, you can solve each and every question. I have written a lot of things, but there is no need to write all these things as a part of rough work. Just write some of these important numbers and you will be easily able to finish this type of questions in less than 20 seconds. So the correct answer here is option D, that is 30 days. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 3, all of you. Now read each and every statement, each and every part of this question carefully. All right. So the question says that Arjun and Bharat, there are two people. Arjun can finish the work in 15 days and Bharat can finish it in 15 days alone. So 12 and 15 days. So Arjun in 12 and Bharat in 15 days, right? Now both started working together, but the problem is they both are not finishing the work together. So both started working together to complete the work, but Arjun fell sick after working for 4 days. Then you'll have to find out for how many days does Bharat work alone to finish the remaining work. So please read each and every part, each and every element of this question. Again, you can start this question by assuming total work as the LCM of these two numbers. Okay, so Ashmita is the first one with the answer. Good, Ashmita. All right, your answer is there in the options. Nice. Anyone else? Aman, Shweta, any other student who is watching the session in live format, come on, post your answers. Don't sit idle, guys. You are attending this session live, you are investing your time, so make sure that you're not wasting it just by waiting for for me to solve these questions. So please put in your efforts. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि मैं करेक्ट आंसर ही मांग रहा हूं आपसे, नहीं. आई वॉन्ट ऑल ऑफ यू टू बी मेकिंग एफर्ट्स इन सॉल्विंग दिस क्वेश्चन. ठीक है? ओके. Shweta says option D and Ashmita says option B. Let's see what will be the correct answer for this one. Now, Arjun can do a piece of work in 12 and Bharat can do a piece of work in 15. So I'll assume the total work, which is the LCM of these two numbers. So the total work is assumed as 60. Now, Arjun's one day work will be 60 upon 12, that is 5 units. And Bharat's one day work will be 60 upon 15, that is 4 units. Okay. So these are the one day works of A and B, right? Now they both started together, but after 4 days, Arjun left the work. So I can say that for the first 4 days, both A and B must have worked together, right? Now, one day work of A is 5 and one day work of B is 4. So, in 4 days, they must have finished 4 multiplied by one day work of A plus one day work of B. So, 5 plus 4 will be the one day work of A and B together. Then multiplied by 4 will give you the 4 days work. So, 4 multiplied by 9, that is 36 units of work, has been finished in the first 4 days. Total work was 60 units. So the remaining work is 60 minus 36, that is 24 units. Now 24 units of work is left and Arjun has stopped working. So this 24 units of work will be finished by Bhima only. Okay, fine. Okay, so let's check it out. So 24 units of work is left and which is done by only Bhima, right? Now Bhima in one day can finish 4 units of work. So to finish 24 units of work, the number of days required will be 24 upon 4. That is 6 days. Okay. So 6 days, Ashmita, 6 days is the correct answer. ओके सो यस योर आंसर इज करेक्ट. अश्मिता सारे ऑप्शंस बोल रही है. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. अश्मिता ने सिर्फ 6 days बोला था. करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी. श्वेता, आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड व्हाट मिस्टेक यू हैव डन. ओके सो द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर this question will be 6 days and that is option B. Okay. All right. So Utkarsh, your answer is also correct. Wonderful to see all of you participating. Himanshu, yaar, answer khud calculate karo na. Don't look at the answer of other students. ठीक है? So make sure that you are also involved in solving these questions. ठीक? चलिए start करते हैं next question, question number 4. Now question number 4 is based on the division of money that is given to complete an entire project. Okay. Okay, no problem, Shweta. So please this time be more careful. ठीक है? I am giving you enough amount of time. So कोई जल्दी नहीं है. No pressure at all. So you may take 10 seconds extra, but make sure that such calculation errors do not happen with these easy questions. Okay. So S and R undertook a project for rupees 9,000 to complete it in 6 days. S alone can finish the same work in 10 days. Find the amount of money received by R. Now, there are some basic things that you need to understand for this type of questions. Okay, so I'll wait for a few more seconds. Let all of you solve this one, post your answers, and then I'll give you what basics should be kept in mind while solving such questions. Okay. Okay, Ashmita, first one to give a correct answer. Okay. Now I want all of you to drop your pens. अगर अभी तक आंसर नहीं आया ना, so that means you are doing something extra which is not required for this question. So please, I suggest all of you, please drop your pens. Don't write anything and listen to me. And then you can note down whatever I'm telling you. ठीक है? Now in this type of questions, whatever the money is given for the entire project is divided in the ratio of the total work done by each of these persons. So the ratio of work done by S and R. Okay, first of all, this must be understood. Okay, so if S and R have worked on this project, then out of the total work, S must have finished some units of work and R must have finished some units of work. So the entire money will be divided in the ratio of the work done by S and the work done by R, right? Now, it can also be written as the inverse of the number of days for which they have worked. Okay. Now, obviously, the first point is applicable everywhere, the ratio of work done. So we can find out the total work done by S, the total work done by R, and then take the ratio and divide the entire money in that ratio. That was point number one. Now, point number two is not applicable everywhere. I'll tell you why. Now, point number two says that the total money will be divided in the ratio of the inverse of the number of days for which they have worked. Now, this will be done only if both or all of them have worked for equal days. Okay, so if all the people involved have worked for equal number of days, then you can divide the entire money in the ratio which is obtained by inverse of the number of days in which they have worked. Also, again, once again, if they have worked for equal days, if worked for equal days, pardon my handwriting, if they have worked for equal days, then this money can also be divided in the ratio of 1 day work, the ratio of 1 day work of S and R. Okay, so these are the three things using which you can find out how the money will be divided. Now, in our question, we can clearly see that S and R undertook a project for rupees 9,000 to complete it in 6 days. If S alone can finish the same work in 10 days, find the amount of money received by R. So now clearly it is given that S and R are working together on this entire project, right? ठीक है, S and R दोनों एक साथ काम कर रहे हैं. That means S and R will be working for the equal number of days. Okay. Now S alone can finish the work in 10 days and they together can finish the work in 6 days. So what I'll do is I'll assume the total work as 30 units. Total work as 30 units. S alone in 1 day. So I'm calculating 1 day work of S and R. So S का 1 day work कितना हो जाएगा? 30 divided by 10, that is 3 units. And S and R together, 1 day work will be 30 divided by 6, that is 5 units. So combining these information, I can say that 1 day work of R will be 5 minus 3, that is 2. Okay, so I can say that the ratio of the 1 day work of S and R will be equal to 3 is to 2, right? Now, since they have worked for equal number of days, then I can say that the money can also be divided in the ratio of their 1 day work. So ratio of 1 day work is 3 is to 2. So 9,000 will be divided in the ratio 3 is to 2. So the portion for R will be equal to 2 upon 5 multiplied by 9,000. 9,000 is the total money that they have received. So 2 by 5 of 9,000 calculate कर लेंगे. 9,000 upon 5 is 1,800. 1,800 into 2 is 3,600. So 3,600 will be the final answer for this question. All right. So this is the entire concept to deal with this type of question. Okay. Fine. Let's move ahead and look at question number 5. A can complete a piece of work in 12 days, B can complete the work in 20 days, and with the help of C, they could finish in 5 days and earn 36,000 together. So again, 36,000 they are earning together. Find the share of C. So once again, you can apply the same concept, okay? Find out 1 day work of A, B, and C, and divide this money in the ratio of 1 day work of A, B, and C, because all three of them are working on this project together. Please don't commit any error in solving this question. And also, if you are liking the way I'm teaching all of you, you know what to do. This is just a free YouTube session. So you can show your appreciation, you can show your love just by pressing the like button. Okay, right? So if you're liking, then press the like button. Once again, Shweta, very quick to answer this question. Utkarsh, any answer from your side? Other students who are there live in this session, please respond to all the questions. Now, A can complete a piece of work in 12, B in 20 days, and A, B, and C, all three of them together in 5 days. Okay? So once again, I'll start by assuming the total work, which is the LCM of these three numbers. So I'll assume the total work as 60. Now, A, 1 day work will be 5. B's 1 day work will be 3. Now together A, B, and C can finish the work in 5 days. So 1 day work of A, B, and C will be 60 upon 5, that is 12. So if A does 5 units of work in 1 day, B does 3 units of work in 1 day, and together A, B, and C can finish 12 units of work in 1 day, so C's 1 day work will be equal to 12 minus 5 minus 3, that is equal to 4. तो C का 1 day work क्या हो गया? 4 हो गया. Right? So I can say that the ratio in which the money will be divided will be equal to the ratio of 1 day work of A, B, and C, because A, B, and C are working for equal number of days. So 5 is to 3 is to 4 will be the ratio in which the total money will be divided. We have to find out the share of C, which will be 4 upon the sum of these three numbers, that is 5 plus 3 plus 4, that is 12, multiplied by 3,600. So 1 by 3 of 3,600 sorry, 36,000. So 1 by 3 of 36,000 will be equal to 12,000. Correct answer will be option C. And Shweta, Shmita, your answers are correct. Good. Question number 6, all of you now. Now, this question is based on the concept of pipes and cisterns. This is nothing new. कोई नया concept नहीं है pipes and cisterns. Exactly the way in which you have done the previous questions, you can finish this particular question as well. So pipe A, B, and C can fill the tank in 10, 12, and 15 minutes. So all three of them are filling tank. इनमें से कोई भी आउटलेट नहीं है, कोई लीकेज गिवन नहीं है. Okay, so all three pipes are doing positive work. Now, find the time taken to fill it completely when all three pipes work together and pipes A and C are closed for the last 3 minutes. So all of them were working together. The only thing is pipe A and pipe C were closed for the last 3 minutes, and you'll have to find out the total time taken. Total time taken. Now this is slightly tricky, not a difficult one. So let me see who will be the first person to give me a correct answer for this one. All right, Ashmita, very quick. Okay, another 30 seconds, and then I'll start with the discussion of this one. All right. I don't know what method you all have used. So what I do is, once again, I'll assume the total work, which is the LCM of these three numbers, 10, 12, and 15. So total work is 60. Now pipe A, 1 minute work will be 60 upon 10. Pipe B, 1 minute work will be 60 upon 12. And pipe C's 1 minute work will be 60 upon 15, that is 4. Okay. Now, I will assume that the total time taken is X minutes. Total time taken is X minutes. I can say that all three pipes are opened and only pipe A and C were closed for the last 3 minutes. So that means pipe B has worked for a total of X minutes for the entire duration. Okay. But pipe A and pipe C have worked for 3 minutes less than the total time. So that means pipe A was open for X minus 3 minutes and pipe C was also open for X minus 3 minutes, right? So I can say that X minus 3 minutes work of A, which is X minus 3 multiplied by 6, plus X minutes work of B, which is X into 5, plus X minus 3 minutes work of C, which is X minus 3 multiplied by 4, should be equal to the total work. I have made the equation. You can solve this equation and find out the value of X. Okay? So 6 and 5, 11 and 4, 15x is equal to 60 plus 18 plus 12. So 15x is equal to 90. So the value of x will come out to be 6 minutes, right? So 6 minutes is absolutely correct. And that is the answer for this question. Okay. All right. So once again, both Ashmita and Shweta with the correct answers. Let's move on and look at the next one. Question number 7. Now this question is slightly similar to the one that we have just finished. Ram, Rahim, and Robert can finish work in 15, 20, and 40 days respectively when they work independently. Later, all start working together. After 2 days, Ram left the job. After 2 more days, Robert fell ill and dropped out of the work. After working alone for 2 more days, Rahim was helped by Ram to complete the remaining work. So you'll have to find out the total number of days required to finish this task. So take this question step by step, line by line, and it is very easy. थोड़ा सा complexity increase किया हुआ है यहाँ पे, just like to make students do more efforts, but question बहुत simple है. Okay, so let me see who will be the first one to give a correct answer. Yes, any answer? You just have to make the simple equation जैसा हमने previous question में किया है. In the similar manner, you will have to make an equation for this. It's just that you'll have to take care. What do you have to calculate? You have to find the total number of days required to complete the task. So don't commit a mistake while calculating the total number of days. Okay, so let me start working on this. Now 15, 20, and 40 days is the time taken by each of these three working separately. Okay, so 15, 20, and 40, I'll look at the LCM of these numbers and I can find out the LCM as 120. Okay, so Ram, who can finish the work in 15 days, 1 day work of Ram will be 8 units. 1 day work of Rahim will be 6, that is 120 upon 20, and 1 day work of Robert will be 3 units. Okay, so these are 1 day work of each of them. Now, they all started working together. After 2 days, Ram left the job. So for the first 2 days, all three of them worked together. Okay, so Ram, Rahim, and Robert, Ram, Rahim, and Robert, all three of them are working for first 2 days. Okay, then after that, Ram left the job. So now Ram is no longer working. After 2 more days, Robert dropped. So that means for the next 2 days, after Ram has dropped, Rahim and Robert have worked. Okay, and after that, Robert has also dropped. And for 2 days, Rahim was working alone. Okay. Now, after working for 2 more days, Rahim alone, Ram has joined the work. So now Ram and Rahim are working on the work. Okay. And I don't know for how many days they will be working. So I'll assume for X days they will work and finish the entire work. Okay. So I can say that for the first 2 days, all three of them have worked. For the next 2 days, Rahim and Robert have worked. For the next 2 days, Rahim alone has worked. And then the remaining work is done by Ram and Rahim in X days. I can make an equation out of it. Okay. So first of all, 2 days work of Ram, Rahim, and Robert. So I'll write it at the bottom of the screen. 2 days work of Ram plus Rahim plus Robert. Next, again 2 days work of Rahim and Robert. Rahim plus Robert. Again 2 days work of Rahim alone. And then X days work of Ram and Rahim, that is 8 plus 6. And this should be equal to the total work, that is 120. Now let's solve this. So this will be 14x will be equal to 120 minus 17 into 2, that is 34, minus 18 minus 12. So this is 64. So 14x is equal to 56 and x का value कितना आ जाएगा 4. So the value of x is 4. Now you are lucky that 4 was not there in the option, because a lot of students I have seen x का value 4 आ गया, option में 4 देखा और आंसर मार्क कर दिया. ठीक है? 4 will not be the answer. Okay. Now we have to find out the total number of days required to complete the work. Now the work was finished in 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus x. So this was the total number of days to finish the work. Okay. So the total number of days was x plus 6. The value of x is 4. So the total number of days required will be equal to 10. And the correct answer is option D. All right. Let's move on and look at question number 8. Question number 8 is of different type. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा different type का question है. Look at it carefully. Now it's a tricky question, difficult question है. So 36 men can complete a piece of work in 15 days, 20 women in 18 days. For a new project, so the first one was like the first statement was given in order to establish the relation between men and women. For a new project, 18 men and 24 women are employed to finish it in 15 days. How many women need to be employed to complete thrice the work as before in 27 days if only women are working? Now, this one is actually a tricky one. A few more seconds and then I'll start with the explanation. Now, as soon as I'll start with the explanation, I want each and every one of you to drop your pens and listen to me very carefully what needs to be done in this type of questions. Okay? So few more seconds you can work and then we'll solve it together. All right, now let's start on this one. Now, first of all, I'll look at the first statement. Using this, I will establish the relation between the number of men and the number of women. How many men will be equivalent to how many women? So 36 men can finish a piece of work in 15 days. Okay, now to finish this work in one day, I will require 36 multiplied by 15 men. So if 36 men can finish a work in 15 days, then 36 multiplied by 15 men can finish the same work in one day. All right, done. Let's move ahead and look at the second part of the first statement. Similarly, the same work is done by 20 women. I'm sorry, so this is 20 women in how many days? 18 days. So again, to finish this work in one day, how many women will be required? 20 into 18 women will be required to finish the same piece of work in one day. All right. So this many men can finish the work in one day, and this many women can finish the same work in one day. So I can say that 36 multiplied by 15 men are equivalent to 20 multiplied by 18 women. Okay. अब थोड़ा बहुत कुछ cancel हो जाएगा, and I will get 3 men. So what you can do is you can cancel out the common factors from both sides. I'll get 3 men are equivalent to 2 women. So work done by 3 men will be equivalent to the work done by 2 women. So this is very important. This type of relation is very important to establish in this type of question. So this is the first part of this question. All right, fine. Now let's move ahead and look at what needs to be done after this. So all of you keep focusing. So this is an important relation that I have established, that work done by 3 men will be equal to the work done by 2 women. Now they are talking about a new project in which 18 men and 24 women are employed. 18 men and 24 women are employed, and they have finished this project in 15 days. Okay. Now, the next requirement is how many women need to be employed for some work to be done in some days if only women are working. So for the next statement, our requirement is only women. So what I'll do is I'll convert this expression completely in women. So मुझे पता है कि 3 men are equivalent to 2 women. So from here I can say that 18 men will be equivalent to 12 women. मैंने क्या किया, 6 से multiply कर दिया दोनों तरफ. Okay, I have multiplied 6 on both sides. So 18 men will be equivalent to 12 women. So I'll replace these 18 men with 12 women. So 12 women plus 24 women, that is 36 women, can finish this new project in 15 days. All right. 36 women can finish this new project in 15 days. Okay. So to finish this project in 27 days, to finish the same project in 27 days, how many women will be required? So number of women required will be equal to 15 multiplied by 36 divided by 27. Now this is the basic concept of time and work. So when you will get into the details of time and work, you will understand. So work here will be 36 multiplied by 15, okay, to be done in 27 days. Okay. So to finish the same work, these many women will be required. But what is the quantity of work? The quantity of work is thrice. So to finish thrice the work, how many women will be required? 15 into 36 upon 27 multiplied by 3. So work is 3 times. So workforce required will also be 3 times. And you can simplify and find your answer. ठीक है, सो इसको सिंप्लीफाई कर देते हैं. 27 में से 9 कैंसिल किया, यहाँ पे 4 आ गया, 3 and 3 got cancelled. So 15 into 4 will be equal to 60. So 60 women will be required to finish thrice this project. So the correct answer here will be 60 women, and that is option C. Okay, I hope you have understood. Ashmita, you have given the correct answer. Shweta, I hope you have understood the way I have solved it. Okay, now you will find plenty of questions for practice in your study material. So after this session is over, make sure that you all are practicing this type of question. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 9, a similar kind of question. If 4 men and 3 women, similar hai, same nahi hai. Okay, so this is another way the same type of questions can be asked in the examination. 4 men and 3 women can finish a work in 15 days. 3 men and 5 women can finish the piece of work in 12 days. Find the number of days required by 2 men and 5 women to complete 5 times the work before. Again, using this part, using the first two statements, you will have to establish the relation between men and women. Okay? So ये simple equations की तरह solve नहीं होगा. So those who are thinking of solving this question using the method of simple equations, that is actually not the method. Okay? चलिए start करते हैं. So 4 men and 3 women. So first of all, this part, 4 men and 3 women can finish the work in 15 days. So 15 days में this much workforce can finish. So if I want to finish the work in one day, then the workforce should be multiplied by 15. So 15 days में इतने लोग काम कर लेते हैं, तो one day में अगर काम finish करना है, so I require 15 into 4, that is 60 men, and 15 into 3, that is 45 women. And this much workforce can finish the work in one day. Similarly, the next statement, 3 men and 5 women can finish the same piece of work in 12 days. So if I want to finish this work in one day, then workforce will be multiplied by 12. So 12 into 3, 36 men, and 12 into 5, 60 women can finish the same piece of work in one day. So now I can equate this workforce because both these workforces can finish the work in one day. Okay, so upon solving, I will get 24 men are equivalent to 15 women, or 8 men are equivalent to 5 women. So this is the relation that I've established, number of men and number of women. So I can say that the work done by 8 men is equivalent to the work done by 5 women. Done? Okay. Now we have to find out the number of days required by 2 men and 5 women. So requirement is 2 men and 5 women. Okay. अब 5 women को मैं 8 men में convert कर सकता हूँ using the above relation. So this can be written as 2 men, and 5 women can be written as 8 men. So that means I have to find out the number of days in which 10 men can finish this work. Okay, now let's look at how much the work is. So I will take up this one because this can easily be converted in the number of men. So 3 men and 5 women can finish the work in 12 days. ये मेरे पास एक reference था. Again 5 women को मैं men में convert कर देता हूँ. So 3 men and 8 men, that is 11 men can finish the work in 12 days. Okay, so 11 men 12 days में finish कर देते हैं. So 10 men कितने में करेंगे? So 10 men can finish the work in 12 into 11 divided by 10 days. All right. But the work is 5 times. So the workforce required will be 5 times, and this will be the final answer. Okay. Now upon solving this, cancel karo and you will get 11 into 6, that is 66 days. So the final answer will be 66 days, and that is option C. I did not receive any answer. Slightly difficult one, no problem. But hoping that all of you are able to understand what actually I have done. So the correct answer here is 66 days. Let's move ahead and look at question number 10. Prakash employed 30 workers to complete the project in 14 days. After working for 8 days, so that means these 30 workers, they have worked for 8 days. He enforced n number of workers more and finished the project in a total of 12 days. Find the value of n. A very simple question, very, very simple question. All right, so shall we start? Let's have a look at it. Now, Prakash employed 30 workers for the work to be finished in 14 days. So I can say that total work will be equal to or can be taken as 30 multiplied by 14. Total 30 workers he employed for 14 days. The work will be finished. Okay, so I can say that total work can be written as 30 multiplied by 14. Now, in 8 days, these 30 workers would have finished some work. So the amount of work finished will be equal to 30 workers have worked for 8 days. So the remaining work will be equal to 30 into 14 minus 30 into 8. That can be written as 30 multiplied by 6. That is 180 units. Okay. Now 180 units of work, this much work now has to be finished in another 4 days. 8 days are already gone. The work is finished in a total of 12 days. So this remaining work needs to be finished in 4 days. So remaining work will be finished in 4 days, will be divided by 4 will give you the total number of workers required to finish this. Okay, so 30 into 6 is the total work divided by number of days will give you the number of workers that finished this work. Okay, so 30 into 6 divided by 4, it will be equal to 45. So 45 workers would have worked on this remaining work and would have finished the work. Okay, but the question was telling me that originally there were 30 workers and n more workers were employed. Okay, so 30 workers were already there. So the value of n will be equal to 45 minus 30. That is equal to 15. So 15 more workers were employed for these additional 4 days and the work will be finished in a total of 12 days. So the value of n will be equal to 15. All right. So that is the final question for the day. So friends, this is all about this session. I hope you would have liked the way I have explained each and every question. Okay. Now I'll be back once again. I'll be continuing this series of sessions for all of you. And my next session will be on the next Tuesday. And in that session, we'll be looking at the questions of time, speed, and distance. Now, if you all have liked this session, please do press the like button, share this session with your friends, and do subscribe our YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. And press the bell icon after that so that you will receive the notifications of all the upcoming sessions. Now, new batches are available. So in case you want to enroll for any of the batches and be our student, then you can enroll in CAT 2023 comprehensive program, the details for which are clearly given on the screen. You can also use link in the description of this session to understand each and everything about this program before you enroll for this. Now, if you are interested in enrollment with any of the CAT preparation program, you can get up to 90% scholarship on all the CAT preparation program. A scholarship test is being conducted on 1st of April at 7 p.m. So please do register for this scholarship test to avail this scholarship. All right. Also, how you can manage CAT preps with your job or studies. Like a very I'll say common question that plays into the mind of all the students who are preparing for CAT. Either I'm doing a job, either I'm studying in college, right? So to clarify all your doubts, Saral sir will be taking a session on 4th of April at 7 p.m. Limited seats are available, so please do register for this session and make sure that you are among the attendees of this session. Now you can register for the session on the application of the BYJU'S Exam Prep. All right. Also, on the application of BYJU'S Exam Prep, yes, we do have an application. Yes. So you can brush up your basics by attempting different quizzes on daily basis. All these quizzes are section-wise quizzes. So you can download the application of BYJU'S Exam Prep and start solving these quizzes on daily basis. You can get social with us on these social media platforms. Big thank you to all of you for being a part of this session. I hope you would have enjoyed. We'll see you once again. Have a wonderful day. All the best for your preparation for the examination. Bye bye.